A lot of people don't know that you started behind the scenes producing documentaries and things of that nature. What was it that really made you say, you know what, I want to turn this over and I want to do what I've always dreamed about doing, acting?
Gosh, well, I mean, I think that's it. I always wanted to be an actress, and I love filmmaking, and I think I got scared, and I didn't believe in myself, and I was scared of rejection, quite frankly, and so I don't know, I guess as I got a bit older and lived life a bit, I realized I had nothing to lose and that you should go after your dreams and see what happens. And so that's what happened.
And it worked. I mean, playing opposite Denzel Washington, Deja Vu, Two Guns. I mean, we've seen you do so many projects. But what was it about The Perfect Match that said, you know what, I'm going to take time in my schedule and I'm going to give to this particular character in this particular film?
Well, first it was friends, honestly. Queen Latifah was producing it. Terrence was in
Love.
it. And so they're like, read the script. It would be great if you'd play this part. I love the script. I thought it was so funny and fun and just, it's good, you know, lighthearted, feel-good movie. And so I looked at the character and the fun that Terrence and I could have, and I said, of course, let's do this.
Why not? And we got to see your comedic timing, which was great in the film, so much fun. But we also got to delve into your character who plays like his older sister, and you go through all of the things that he's happening, like what's happening with him. And what we don't always see with men is why they act the way they act and what has really hurt them. And, you know, the fact that hurt people hurt people. So talk a little bit about building up for this character and what you did to prepare.
Yes. Well, I certainly know a bit about therapy on both ends of it,
Yes.
and I know a bit about love and the hurts and the joys, and so I don't know. You know, you do your own preparation. I don't know where to begin, but and then you find a way to make the character as honest and real for you as you can, and it was fun because I love love, and I really believe in it, and I think that people should be vulnerable and open themselves to it, and it's not worth living until you have it.
This was a girl power film in my eyes. I mean, we took the ball back into our court. What do you feel about short-term relationships?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you know what? To be honest with you, I think that I don't know. I think I'm one of those people that probably goes into every relationship thinking it would be long term.
Right. I mean, as
and then
women,
if it turns
as
out
girly girls, we want that,
if it turns
right?
out to be short term, then so be it, because it could be really great for that moment, and that's good. Or maybe, you know what the best idea is? Not to put any limit on it at all.
Right.
Just go for it and just say, I'm enjoying myself right now. It feels good right now.
Cross
and
certain
then
bridges when
see
you
what,
get to them, right?
see what happens.
Well, it's such a fun
I think that's
movie.
what I've been doing wrong.
No, I think that's what I've been doing wrong, too.
Yeah.
I think we need to both take a page out of Eve's book.
Let's just, I don't know exactly which page you're talking about, so I don't want to be quoted on it, but I'll just say this much. We got to live in the moment, huh?
Absolutely.
Enjoy what we're living.
Loved your character, Pressy, in the film. Now, we were first introduced to you in Orange is the New Black, where you know, have this amazing role. But what was it about The Perfect Match that made you say, you know what, I'm going to dive into this character, Pressy, because I think I can bring this character to life?
Well, as an actor, you always want the opportunity to not be typecast. And I think it's a different role, although she is pregnant, and I obviously just book pregnant situations. But no, it's exciting to be part of diversity.
Yeah.
And for the most part, I've been fortunate to work in projects where diversity is the norm.
Absolutely.
And so in this movie, you have diversity in the characters, you also have diversity in the relationships. You have real relationships, real issues. You have comedy.
Right.
You have elements that anybody can relate to when they're in the dating scene and so forth.
Right.
And, you know, Billy Woodruff, the director, there's so many...
So incredible.
Queen Latifah.
I mean, come on.
I mean, hello. Bucket list checked off. It's great.
Yeah.
I, as a Latina, to be part of African-American ensemble, majority, it's, you know, I'm Afro-Latina.
Yeah.
I embrace my roots, and so this meant more than just a role.
Right. And we love seeing that on screen. You got a chance to play opposite Donald Faison, who, I mean, he's been incredible forever. We've loved him since cult classics like Clueless. What was it like playing opposite him and getting to, you know, play with him on screen?
It was surreal. I'm a fan of Donald, and his timing, his professionalism, he's great. He's super talented. And as a person also, he is genuine. This is as real as it's going to get. And I appreciated that.
This is a girl power movie. We actually get a chance to put the ball back into our court in all of the instances in the films. Why do you think it's so important that we get films like this with narratives where women can say, you know what, I can take the power back and I can have a short-term relationship too if I want to?
Well, it's important because times are changing.
Yeah.
And historically, we are so conditioned to behave in such a way because of what others think.
The double standard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then you have the opportunity of using entertainment to portraying that this is what it really is. It has been. It's just, it hasn't been portrayed or exposed.
Right.
So for the most part, it's motivating, it's free, it's liberating.
Absolutely. We first got introduced to you back in 2002 with Me and You, your hit single. I mean, since then, we've seen you do so much, whether it's with your modeling career. I mean, we've seen you in campaigns for ASOS and Calvin Klein and Abercrombie & Fitch. I mean, the list goes on.
Yes.
But you're now diving back into acting, which we love.
Yes.
Tell us, what was it about the perfect match that made you say, you know what, I'm going to take some time off from my modeling and I'm getting back into my acting and taking on the character Eve?
I would have to say, reading the script and, you know, even just auditioning and going in and reading the sides and doing the whole thing, I really just loved the difference that it was compared to, you know, other scripts and films that I've read for.
Yeah.
It put women in a different powerful position.
Yes, it did.
I love the nonchalantness of her character, but that she's also, you know, she's a businesswoman. She listens to Charlie. She listens to his problems, but she, you know, she's there for what she's there for, and she was vocal about it.
That's it. I mean, you just brought me to my next question. I think this is such an amazing girl power film.
Yes.
You know, your character is so strong and sexy and ambitious, but she knows exactly what she wants. And let's keep it real. I mean, she kind of calls Charlie out on his stuff, you know, and takes the ball back and takes the power back. So how do you feel about women out there that actually don't believe in that double standard and believe in having short-term relationships?
You know what? More power to them. I honestly feel like anybody that comes into a situation where they're confident, they know what they want, you can't be mad at them.
Absolutely not.
You can't.
And you got a chance to work with so many amazing actors in this film.
Yes.
Terrence, you and Terrence's chemistry on screen was out of this world. I mean, I'm
good.
watching the film and I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. How was it working alongside Terrence, and what was that chemistry like? Because we saw that it like totally worked.
Yeah, Terrence has been a friend of mine for a long time. He used to interview me on 106 in Park when I would come in and be promoting music. So it was a switch up for us, but he's just, you know, he has great energy. His character just as a person is really, really great. So I was excited to do this project with him, and I know it was, you know, a first for him and his, you know, being producer and, you know, it was big. So I was excited and honored that he asked me to be a part of it with him.
French Montana is in this film, and he was actually on your last mixtape, Rockabye Baby. So what are you doing with your music? What can we expect to hear next from you with your music?
Well, before I started filming, I was in the middle of recording, and then after that, Billy Woodruff had asked me to come and film Honey 3 with him in South Africa, so I just got back from there.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Huge.
It's huge. It was really, really fun, too, and getting away from LA for a little while and kind of doing my own thing was great, but I was recording throughout, and I'm still recording now and hopefully putting out something in the next couple months.